Eildon Hills in the background. A splendid spring afternoon for Gala YM versus Earlston. Gala YM there have the pacey Aidan Turner on the right wing and the 50-year-old Colin Campbell at outside centre this afternoon, while Earlston have got a bit of pace as well. Craig Bruce, a known sprinter. Greg White, of course, is the brother of Scotland's Sevens player Scott White, ex of Melrose, of course. But there is Gala YM, led on by their captain Gus Miller. The pitch, as you'd expect, in excellent condition. And James Rowley leads on Earlston, making the relatively short journey for this away day match for them. Of course, the JEWSON Cup up for grabs this afternoon. And these two sides know each other very well. Our referee is Kelly Mitchell, and she'll take charge of this match. Earlston then have the kick-off, and immediately Chris Rowley hoists a high one up towards that 22, taken down by Broach, the number 8 for Gala YM. In goes Anderson. Opportunity down that left-hand side, the blind side, by Bramall, the loose head prop. Quickly taken on by the hooker this time, O'Donnell. He's got a bit of experience about him as well, has Michael O'Donnell. Gala YM, good hands here and a good break by Heatherley. The inside centre up towards that 10-metre line, tackled well though by his opposite number, Scott Marshall. In behind him goes Anderson once again. The second row, John Anderson taking it on before feeding it to Murray Smith. And he's caught just on that 22. Some good tackling here by Earlston, but good inventive play by Gala YM. The 16 there is in the back row, that's Ryan Shaw. Anderson again in position, but John Anderson taking the ball on, the lock forward. He's had a couple of runs already in the game. Now, an opportunity for the standoff in open play. Simon Fairbairn, he does well. He's got Anderson in support. Momentum has dropped ever so slightly as the forwards now looking to take over, but Anderson feeding the ball back in field, was guddled there and forced back as Anderson. But here's the break again from Rory Heatherley, up over halfway. Great acceleration here, but also good tracking back by Scott Marshall of Earlston. And there's the shot of Colin Campbell, 50 years old, but very much contributing to the cause here at Netherdale this afternoon. Chris Rowley under a bit of pressure, hoisted high. The touch finder there, that just easing the pressure for Earlston. Here's Aidan Turner, hands on hips, been out injured, but a first start for Gala YM. Got ambitions to go far in the game. And the YM backs now, looking to break from just their own 10-metre line. Cut inside. Good tackling once again from Earlston, but Anderson, quick recycle ball onto Fairbairn. Here's the hooker, driving forward, Michael O'Donnell. Not for the first time in this first half we've seen him do that, but penalised, retention of the ball, holding on to it on the deck. Earlston going to have a pop at the posts here. Chris Rowley from the 10, left-footed, decent strike, but it's wide of the uprights. Still scoreless in this game. Gala YM though, tracking back to Heatherley. He picks up the ball there, up towards that 22. Again taking a few Earlston players with him. Anderson in position on towards Fairbairn. Has a little look out to the side there. Smith, the fullback now. Brilliant play from Smith, drawing in 3 players and placing the ball in the hands of Graham Dunn, who touches down for the game's opening try. And this was really all about the play of the fullback Murray Smith, eventually drawing in 3 Earlston players. A little deft pass out there to the winger Graham Dunn, and he just measured his run perfectly. The tackle coming in there from Craig Connell, but he couldn't stop the pacey winger. Takes a well-earned drink as we watch now Simon Fairbairn from the angle. The ball very upright on the tee, but it's a good 2 points and a converted score for Gala YM. Fairbairn, very accomplished off the tee in the golf course as well, has added the extra 2 points for the home side. Addison back inside, this time it's Anderson in the second row taking it forward. Addison as well. Fairbairn forced backwards. One back by Earlston though, that was good turnover ball. Now the inside centre is Scott Marshall, onto the pace of Craig Bruce, the sprinter there, but his route to the line cut short by some good mobile Gala YM defence. Back in field, good hands here, the number 8 taking it on, that's James Rowley, the skipper of Earlston. but again just going into the body of the kit there. Too many Gala YM players. Earlston just trying to feed the ball wide, but infringing Gala YM. So an opportunity for Earlston to take the quick tap. Callum McNeil closer towards that 5 metre line. Here come the reinforcements. On towards Chris Rowley, the fly half, just on the angle. Nice little offload through the hands of Cannon. The left winger coming in off his wing is James Miller. Getting close towards that 5 metre line on the left hand side this time. A clutch of backs involved. Chris Rowley playing the ball onto the loose head prop there. Greg White, of course, as we mentioned in the build up, the brother of Scott playing in that front row. The captain now, James Rowley, taking the ball on. Stays upright. Back towards the post there, plants the ball back. This is what Earlston need at this stage, trailing just by those 7 points as they're getting closer towards the line. The referee is up with play. Kelly Mitchell spots the knock on there. That move for Earlston, breaking down the double knock on, but Earlston first to infringe. Under the high ball, Bruce, determined running from Bruce, very close towards that try line. He's able to plant it back. He's got reinforcements in the form there off McNeil at scrum half, and Earlston are trying very hard to break them down. O'Donnell, good pad back there from Anderson, and immediately opportunity opens up for the inside centre. Heatherley again up towards that 22. Gala YM though again not releasing the ball on the deck. The penalty, this time it's a good clean strike from Chris Rowley, and that's points back for Earlston. He'll be happy with that, I'm sure. The fly half for the visitors. Fairbairn stooped forward to take the pass. Dunn, the try scorer, back towards Fairbairn. Good play from the wing in the standoff. Good tackling though as well. Anderson back infield, that's palmed on. And Gala YM still building phases. Still got Earlston under a bit of pressure. Earlston this time not releasing the tackle player. Gala YM thinking about taking the quick one. It's handed to Fairbairn. O'Donnell's throw then towards the middle of the line. Anderson not the jumper this time, but he's able to take it on from the deck. Anderson goes back in field, retrieves the ball on towards the standoff, who in turn finds Heatherley. Fairbairn on to Heatherley there. That just move beginning to break down a little bit as Anderson goes in to try and retrieve the ball, but Gala YM are penalised for hanging it on to the ball in the deck. This time an Earlston line-out ball for Niven to throw in. Under a bit of pressure here, Earlston, but lovely run here from the scrum half. Callum McNeil up and over halfway, showing he's got a bit of pace about him as well in open play, McNeil. Earlston looking to try and retrieve from this situation just on the 10. Fed infield by Wilkes there. Good hands here from Earlston as they're trying to build just inside Gala YM territory. Happy to take the ball into contact, but they'll not be happy with that as it's some turnover ball. Gala YM winning. Campbell on now to the pace here of Aidan Turner. Turner, lovely sidestep. A second sidestep back in field. Turner accelerating over that 22. Tackles come in, slowing him up eventually. He's able to plant the ball back. Second run here this time though by Bramall. The loose head prop. Anderson desperate to dig the ball out there. The referee though intervening. Quick tap there. Earlston not back 10. So Gala YM will have the opportunity to go once more. But they're a perfect illustration of the pace of Aidan Turner. YM, they're very assured handling Gala YM. So too are Earlston, to be fair. Campbell taking the ball on from his fly half. On towards Smith. The try scorer done. His route to the line is blocked off. Earlston know about the threat of this man. Anderson towards that back of that scrum, on towards Fairbairn. Campbell, Smith at full back, and here's Aidan Turner rounding his opposite number to touchdown to score. Craig Bruce pointing as if he thought Aidan Turner had a foot in touch here. Turner receiving the pass from Smith. The two 14s then locking horns. He had little space to work with Aidan Turner, but the try's been awarded. Earlston trying to put a bit of pressure on Gala YM from the 22. Fairbairn back into the loose head prop. Bramall has a second bite there, does Bramall, over that 22. Spilled back, Addison. Fairbairn again. Goes on a little mazy run. Fed on now towards Aidan Turner. Accelerating up towards halfway. But he's well tackled there. Earlston had plenty men back to deny Gala YM's second try scorers. The wingers of Gala YM have certainly been threatening in this first half. Now Rowley, standoff on towards now Rowley the skipper. Those two of course are brothers in arms in this Earlston side. The fullback Cannon taking the ball on. Takes a lot to bring down Patrick Cannon on the edge of that 22. But the referee had spotted the knock on there. Earlston with the scrum. McNeil very patient, but it's the captain James Rowley that picks up at number 8. Bobbled there, but Craig Connell does well to continue the run on towards the inside centre. Scott Marshall, who is brought down within 5 metres of that try line. And Callum McNeil quickly wanted to try and get on with it, but free ball there. Always dangerous, but Earlston desperately looking for something before the break. That's a good penalty for them. Close towards half time. They're back to within 6 of their hosts. A long kick downfield and Earlston now under pressure as Smith again, Murray Smith at fullback, taking it up towards halfway. Fairbairn just delays the pass momentarily. Campbell reaches high on towards Aidan Turner now. Turner back in field. Lovely dancing feet there from Turner over the 10-metre line, cutting in off his wing. Nice and central. Forwards in position again. Earlston aware of the threat of Bramall in open play. The loose head prop carrying it forward. Anderson back to Fairbairn. This time it's taken on well by the back row of Ryan Shaw up towards that 22. Good work there by the back row forward. Back in field, the hooker now O'Donnell takes it on a run of about 10-15 metres before planting the ball back. Anderson back in field. Fairbairn, chip kick over the heads of the initial Earlston defence there. Is that trundling out of play? It is indeed. Good imagination there, but just not coming off for Gala YM. Good interchange of hands from the backs, taken on by Patrick Cannon. Had options to that right hand side, including Craig Bruce. Gala YM seemed to be very aware of his pace because he's never been allowed to run into any green open plane as Craig Bruce. Back on the blind side, taken by Scott Marshall this time. Tackled well though by Fairbairn. And Earlston will want to go again. McNeil in position, plays the ball back outside centre this time. Aidan Walker, very distinctive figure is Walker, but he's caught a few metres short of that line. Again, not releasing the ball there. Fairbairn then just kicks the ball into touch to give us a half-time score of Gala YM 12, Earlston 6. Alan Johnston watches on his side with that 6-point advantage. Earlston building from their own 10, hoisted high by Chris Rowley. Underneath it now is the initial try scorer in the game, Graham Dunn. He's able to get past 2 front row players of Earlston. Little deft kick ahead. That's a good touch finder there for Gala YM early stages of the second half. Again Anderson taken on by John Anderson. 3 metres short of the line. Good work there by the lock forward. Now the reinforcements come in at both sides. Gala YM with an attacking intent. Earlston organising the defence. Anderson in position, but Gala YM are penalised there. Good defensive work from Earlston. Fairbairn on towards Heatherley once again. Heatherley though plays the ball back to Anderson. Fairbairn on towards Campbell. Smith takes it on. Aidan Turner back in of his wing, wearing 14 but often on the left hand side. Tackles coming in. Aidan Walker did well to slow up the pacey winger. The initial break there again from Gala YM, just catching Earlston off guard, but they're able to get players back. Gala YM just a metre or so short of that try line. Forwards again, forced sideways. Anderson in position looking to try and get hands in the ball, but again Earlston tackling very, very forcefully in the second half. Anderson in towards that scrum. Stuart Ramsey lunging in, he can't do that. Quickly taken again by Anderson. And Earlston have to be alert to these quick tap penalties. Again their forwards in position. Anderson again, but again the forward, that's John Anderson. He seems to have taken a sore one there, the lock forward. He's been a very influential figure, but he's down. And that collision there looks to have taken a sore one around the neck, John Anderson. Let's watch this again. He picked the ball up there, and just his head, it seemed to difficult to see exactly what's happened there, but he's taken a sore one, John Anderson. And the sorry side of John Anderson being stretchered off, we certainly wish him well. Anderson back in towards Fairbairn. There is a long pass from Turner. Smith was caught, comes back in towards Dunn. Aidan Turner again from a standing start on the edge of the 22, back in field, clearly planting the ball back. Anderson back towards Fairbairn. This time Smith has a little look. Murray Smith, the ball back towards Dunn, and Graham Dunn is forced into touch, just running out of room here on the big Netherdale surface. Anderson with the scrum. Fairbairn feeding the ball on towards Campbell. Again at 50 years old, really meaningful play from Campbell. Now Aidan Turner's got a bit of space inside that 22, but forced into touch, not for the first time. Great tackling from Scott Marshall, but watch this again from Campbell, drawing in two Earlston players, feeding the ball on, continuing the move, and coming infield here. Aidan Turner accelerating away. Loves this situation, does Aidan Turner, but again this time it was Scott Marshall who shepherded the winger into touch. Earlston scrum under all sorts of pressure at the moment, but that's a good offload, and again they're building this time through Eden Walker. Walker still he has it over halfway. Great tackling there from Campbell. The two outside centres linking up well. You'd think there's so many years in age between them. This time the throw in is Muckley, but it's won by Earlston and won by the skipper James Rowley. And he tried to gallop forward towards halfway. Earlston will get a second bite. That looked as if it was a shade forward. Douglas though, lovely offload there from Douglas on towards Cessford. Cessford with a delicate chip kick ahead, and Gala YM have no option but to clear it downfield. Does it find touch? No, the bounce is still in play. Cannon then breaking up towards halfway. Tap tackle comes in there from Yogi Hunter. I think he's hurt himself in the process. Aidan Walker, and he himself is trying to get closer towards the halfway line as Hunter gets back to his feet again. Earlston though, the measured kick downfield. This time that was good play from Chris Rowley, but the mark is called. Stuart Ramsey with the little tap. Of course we still have Callum McNeil, who started at scrum half, out in the wing as Ramsey goes in once again, gets the second bite at the cherry. Earlston now looking to measure the ball up. Aidan Walker becoming an increasingly central figure in these Earlston attacks, the outside centre. And this time it is taken on by Callum McNeil, who started at scrum half but has appeared on that right wing this last few minutes. Earlston now having to defend a situation again, as Gala have done well to maintain possession of the ball. Clock ticking down, still just 6 points separating the sides. No scores in this second half. Gala YM with a head down, driving up there. Heatherley has been one of the men of the match, I would say, in this game though. But Gala YM just penalised there. A chance for Earlston. No longer, as the referee blows for full time. Kelly Mitchell signalling that indeed is it. And you can see the frustration there as Callum McNeil belts the ball into touch. And it's Gala YM who will win the JEWSON Cup. A very entertaining game. No scores in the second half, but two very well executed tries for the home side in the first. And there is Mark Ross of JEWSON presenting the silverware to Gala YM skipper Gus Miller.
Well, Gus, you've collected the very first JEWSON Cup, and that was a hard-fought contest.
It always is against Earlston. We lost in the last minute against the Miller on the season. It was a sore one to take for us, so it was nice to put it right today and get to win the big pitch here in front of a decent crowd as well. So it's a good feeling.
Gala put us under a lot of pressure, and certainly in the first half, first 20 minutes, we didn't react well to that. But we stuck in, and we gave it our all, and unfortunately it was on the end of a losing game. So.
And it's always close between you two.
It usually is a very close game, and as I say, it's a border derby, so the boys are usually always up for it, and I think it showed out there. The rugby might not have been pretty, but there was no lack of heart in both teams there.
And of course it was 12-6 at half time, and it ended at 12-6 as well. No points in the second half, but it was all about grinding at that win.
It was. We could put down our mistakes, we could be a bit more clinical and come away with some more points, but we just wanted to win that game. That's all it came down to, and we got the result in the end, so we're happy with it.